Welcome in here, ladies and gentlemen, tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network, live here from the Daytona International Speedway for the Salt Flat Racing Cup Series, presented by SimBox. Tonight, we will go racing in the first race of the season for the SimSpeedShop 175. The draft top duels were done last week, and it looks like, well, according to my notes that I have written down here, the qualifying two that are locked into the front row were Jimmy Reynolds and Zach Howe. The two dual winners, though, that did happen just last Tuesday night. That was Jordan Smith, the young man, and the old-time Florida native of Darrell Clauter. Those four drivers will start 1 through 4 here tonight when we do go racing in just a little bit here from the big High Bank Super Speedway here that they call the Daytona International Speedway. Back in 1957, 63 years ago, this track was constructed. They went from racing on the beach here at Daytona to racing right here at the Super Speedway. The cost of construction back in 1957, it was $3 million. Yeah, they did a renovation project here at Daytona just a couple of years ago and made this the world center of racing. This place not only hosts the Cup Series, they also host IMSA, the 24 Hours of Daytona. You name it, they can race it. They even race go-karts, and of course, they have the lake in the middle of the Super Speedway. You name it, you can do it here tonight, or, well, you can do it in real life. Tonight here, virtually, we're not going to do any of that. We're just going to go racing here on the big Super Speedway. Currently looks like 37 drivers have logged in here tonight in just under a minute because the qualifying lineup is already set. So we will get right into our gridding process. Race fans, it's been a long off season here as we came from the Progression Series here to the Cup Series. The Progression Series, which came from the dirt all the way to the high banks here at Daytona, hitting the street stocks. The super late models, the trucks, the Xfinity machines, the ARCA cars, and of course the Cup cars rounded out the program where Roy Fernandez Lopez, the man out of Michigan, was able to lock himself as the champion for the Draft Top Progression Series. So his name will always be etched into the Salt Flat Racing record book as having the only championship in that Progression Series until next season, of course, when we do it all over again. But first, we got to get through the Cup schedule here, and this is night number 1, race number 1, as qualifying has been done last week. Practice done already here as the lights are on. The stars and cars here for the Salt Flat Racing Series will be getting ready to go racing. So with practice over, the duels are done with qualifying, and let's take you down to the starting lineup here tonight. Starting lineup presented by SimBox here. This is how they will line up. Qualifying and P number 1 here tonight, driving the number 17 for the Fuel Sim Racing Stables. It is going to be Jimmy Reynolds. To his outside, the Digital Mafia, Martha White's number 85. Those are your 2 fastest qualifiers. Third here tonight, the young man out of Texas, driving the number 24 for the Deeper Darker Do Stables. This is Jordan Smith. He run dual race number 1. Starting to his outside in the number 26, Alamo, Florida, driving for the Coast Almost Coast. Number 26, this is Daryl Clotter. He won dual number 2. The Las Vegas Kid of Cody Levitt will roll the 38 machine off P number 5 here tonight. The Virginia native of Todd Poston will have the number 30 tonight, rolling off 6th. It's the Massey Family Racing Old Shed VIP Graphics number 65 of Brandon Massey. He'll roll off 7th. 8th tonight, the driver of the Need for Speed Motorsports DraftTop.com number 2 of Joshua Buckley. Starting in the 9th position, it is the champion. It's the Cuban Missile of Roy Fernandez. Starting 10th, it'll be Tim Combs and his 88 entry. Russ Hancock will roll off in the 11th spot. Cole Day will roll off 12th. Starting just outside that top 12, it will be Doug Neal in the SimBox Motorsports, SimBox number 77. Michael Sturgill's got the number 90, scheduled to roll off 14th, 15th. SimBox Motorsports driver 01 of Cody Sleeper. Quincy Atkins, the South Carolina driver, will roll off 16th. 17th is going to go to Squidward, the number 28 of Hunter Reynolds. 18th is going to go to the 56 of Stephen Pugh. Starting 19th, it's the Tamaqua, Pennsylvania driver, the number 31 of Donald Bennett. Starting 20th out of Tennessee, it's Vols Nation racing Jason Griffith Dobbs, starting in the 20th spot. Starting 21st, it's the 2 Extreme Motorsports, number 76 of Cliff Mullins. Starting 22nd, we'll go to Jamie Leach. That's the top 22. 23rd is going to go to the 29 of Ivor Kohlhaas, and it's JT Poole, the young man. In the number 21, he'll start 24th. 25th is going to go to the Big Red Racer of Jared Hagerdorn. He'll roll off 25th. 26th to the Lancaster, Pennsylvania, number 71 of Nathan Maurer. Danny Valenzuela is 27th. 28th to Aaron Davidson. 29th to Pat Mejia. Greg O'Barry will roll off 30th here tonight. 31st is going to go to Brandon Feeney. 32nd to Shane Mullins. 33rd here tonight go to Peyton Johnson. Brandon Crossland on 34th. 35th to Josiah Millen. And Doyle Lawrence will tag the rear of the field, 36th position here tonight. That is your starting lineup as we get ready to go racing here tonight from the Daytona International Super Speedway. Race number 1. Tonight's race brought to us by SimSpeedShop. It's the SimSpeedShop 175 here from Daytona, and we are racing for the first time ever in the SimBox Cup Series. Side-by-side action as these cars come up to speed here. 550 horsepower roaring V8 engines down into turn number 1 and turn 2. Down this back straightaway, we're going to reach speeds of about 185 miles an hour as they come out of turn number 2. A couple of them diving down to the inside. There's the SimBox number 77 of Doug Neal, the 38 of Cody Levitt. It looks like a couple other drivers. Roy Fernandez will take the chance, and he will drop to the back of the field here. Super Speedway Racing. There's a lot of different strategies involved. You don't have to lead lap number 1. You don't have to lead lap number 2, but they would be nice to lead. And it will be a drag race. Here comes the Daryl Clotter entry. Daryl Clotter will lead lap number 1 here tonight from the Daytona International Speedway. Look at everybody kind of spread out, fan out throughout the field right now. 2 drivers did miss the call to the grid. It looks like the 83 of Brandon Feeney missed the call to the grid here tonight, along with Jordan Smith, so they will have to tag the back of the field here at some point. Jordan Smith actually still on pit road. Feeney has come back out as the Martha White entry, and the driver out of Florida right now are still side by side here on lap number 2 as we come to complete the second lap of the evening. Look at everybody just kind of sitting there trying to find a home and where they want to go. Lanidia Sturgill will go from the inside or the outside lane, ducking down to the inside. That'll leave Hunter Reynolds now the 4th car to the outside lane in the number 28 FGR Racing Machine. Right ahead of him, that is the firefighter, we'll call him the pump track expert of Russ Hancock, who travels all over the East Coast for his son to compete in competitions in pump track racing. Tonight he is competing here with the Salt Flat Racing divisions. Darrell Clauter still continuing to lead out front here with Zach Howell still to the inside with the Martha White entry. That driver, brand new to the Salt Flat Series, he is racing out of Tennessee. But it will be the outside lane with the Super Speedway driver of Todd Poston still continuing to push that 26 out ahead. Poston, one of those drivers that always shows up to the Super Speedways. They unload fast right from the get-go. Poston doing exactly what we expected him to do here tonight, which is run towards the front of this field in one of the only Toyota entries tonight. Looking through the field as you see it on the left-hand side of the screen, not very many Toyotas. The field is pretty much littered with Chevrolets all up and down the pylon. Jimmy Reynolds, though, says, that's all right, I got my blue oval here tonight in that number 17 entry. Jimmy Reynolds, who had the quick time in qualifying last week to set the front row. He's sitting there, 4th currently. Right now, towards the back of this field, it's the 2 SimBox drivers. It's the 77 of Doug Neal. They have fallen off, a big distance back. That's Doug Neal and Roy Fernandez right now. About 15 seconds off the front lead. That's something you don't want to happen here at Daytona, is lose this draft. As there you see Poston dive from the outside to the inside. He's going to bring the Salty Zombies entry to the bottom group. He's going to try to lead here tonight on lap number 5. The outside lane has been broken up. A lot of drivers running down on the bottom. Poston to come by. He will lead at the line. See the flash bulbs flying here at Daytona virtually with Todd Poston leading a lap, so he will be the 3rd leader here in the first 5 laps of this event at Daytona for the season opener tonight, presented by SimSpeedShop. Pretty much looking at it right now, and everybody is within call in about 3 seconds, because at the tail of this field, that is Lancaster, Pennsylvania, the SimBox number 71. That's the red entry of Nate Maurer. He is back here. You see everybody kind of spread out. There's JT Poole right ahead of him, Josiah Millen, Doyle Lawrence right there, Greg O'Berry, Danny Valenzuela. One of them headed towards the back of the field. I believe that was the number 2 of Jared Hagedorn. He has started to fall through the field a little bit. Went a little bit towards the front, and now is falling back here in this group. Jared Hagedorn, one of those drivers we will see towards the front of the field before the night is over with. The Northern Plains Boxer Rescue on board, that number 2 this season. Kind of see everybody giving each other a lot of room. Just kind of look back here. Here's Cole Day. There's Josh Buckley in the number 22 draft top entry. Cliff Mullins is right there. Donald Bennett is right there. The VIP Graphics entry of Aaron Davidson. There's Peyton Johnson in the number 15, the Turn 3 Racing Network sponsored entry. He is right there running 16th tonight. He has moved up already 17 positions since the drop of the green flag here, which was just 7 completed laps ago. Stephen Pugh, the old street stock champion out of Texas, retired now. Now he's a sim racer, making his debut here on a Tuesday night. Three wide racing back here for about the 20th position. That's the 33 of Greg O'Berry down on the bottom. He's going to get around Doyle, who's running in that brightly colored orange number 7, racingjobs.com. As they're three wide even behind them, it looks like Crossland trying to shoot the gap here. Cody Sleeper in the 01 was on the outside. He had elected to lift there to try and live another lap. Three wide racing action here towards the back of the field as everybody's trying to find a home. Hasn't changed out front, though. It is still Todd Poston leading the way here. Right behind him is Zach Howell in the Martha White. It's number 85. Then it's going to be... Well, even my dog was a little excited on that one. But it's Hunter Reynolds right there, the number 28. Then it's going to be Darryl Clauder and Jimmy Reynolds rounding out the top 5. They'll come back across the line that time by. They completed lap number 9, but take a look out in front of your race leaders here. There's the Liquid Molly, number 83. That is Brandon Feeney, and right ahead of him, that is Jordan Smith. Smith is down numerous laps on our timing and scoring. He was scheduled to start in the 3rd position in that Lowe's number 24. Missed the call to the grid, and now is trying to fight to stay just 3 laps down to the race leaders. Look at him, because Brandon Feeney's going to race him into the corner. These two drivers will have the whole field storming upon them here in just a couple of seconds. Let's see if we can ride on board here. Looking back on Jordan Smith's number 24. The deeper, darker dew driver. He competes in the Salt Flat IROC Series on Wednesday night. Won the Rookie of the Year last season. This season, trying to compete for a championship here in the SimBox Cup Series. As you see the race leaders approach the 2 lap down cars. Lap cars will most likely stay to the outside. As you see them, that's where they are kind of lined up for the time being. That will allow Poston and Howell to get on by, and everybody else will tag to the bottom groove here. One car is out of line, and that does look like it is the number 2 of Jared Hagedorn. There you see that. Doyle Lawrence also moving up in his number 7 machine. He'll approach Donald Bennett's number 31. He'll make his way around. Everybody is really just kind of holding their own currently. 11 laps out of the 70 scheduled here tonight. In the SimSpeedShop 175 for the Salt Flat Racing Series. Race fans, we appreciate everybody tuning in, whether you're tuning in tonight to watch us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network YouTube page or on our live feed over on Facebook Live. Tonight is the season opener for the SimBox Cup Series presented by Salt Flat Racing. The Draft Top Duels were last week. Tonight, we are racing in the first race of the season. Nothing has changed. A couple cars trying to work their way up here, and that looks like that is the number 7. Doyle is now trapped to the outside. The Ravens Graphics number 7. That is the Raven Graphics paint man behind the scenes over there. Oh, sideways. A little squirrely there for Doyle. He's got Pat Mejia up behind him in that 46 entry, the Team Evo. They got trapped behind a couple of those lap cars on that outside groove. Doyle was working his way to the front. Pat Mejia elected to go with him, but then they got trapped behind the slower lap cars. They have no help to the outside. Peyton Johnson now going to take the number 15. He'll duck to the outside here, but doesn't really have anybody. 3 wide with Lawrence coming up the middle. Lawrence is making it work right now on the outside groove, a lot of times by himself. Wonder if Steve Letart's in his ear telling him what to do here tonight. So now Doyle will approach the number 15 here. We will see if Doyle and Peyton can work together and make this outside groove work. And if they can go up there and battle the Toyota driver who has had this stranglehold on the top of the leaderboard so far here tonight. Zach Howell has just been following in tow. Reynolds also right there now. Here comes for the first time. It's going to be the number 15 of Peyton Johnson. Johnson will lead at the line. 4th race leader of the evening. See that outside lane now starting to work. What makes the outside lane work so good right now here in the early stages of this is if you look down on the bottom. Yes, everybody is lined up. Look at it right here. A lot of cars are lined up down on the bottom, but they are not nose to tail. They are not pushing the envelope here tonight. There's a lot of gap. There's a lot of distance. I mean, look at the Martha White's number 85 of Zach Howell to the number 30 there of Poston. There's a good, call it, well, what, maybe a half a car length between those two. But look at the outside lane. A lot less gap in between those two Chevrolets. As that time by, it will be once again Johnson leading the way at the stripe. When these cars get more racy, get more antsy and pushy, you will see that gap between the bumpers shrink, and that's when we're going to reach the 200-mile-an-hour mark here tonight. A couple of these drivers that are towards the back of the field, like right here, Josh Buckley and his number 22 draft top machine, Aaron Davidson in the VIP machine. Those drivers are hitting 200 miles an hour down the back straightaway, but that is because they are getting the tow from the race leaders. Your race leaders were only doing about 194, 195 that time by down the back straightaway as they come out of turn number 4 here. It will be Poston once again taking back over that race lead. These guys, you got to pay attention because these cars, when you get sucked up underneath one of these cars, like Zach Howell was to Poston there to get him back to the race lead, you stay too close to the car in front of you for too long, it will overheat. And then if it overheats too much, your oil temp, your water temp goes through the roof, it starts flashing, and then you grenade the motor and you will be up in smoke here tonight sooner than you would like in the season opener at Daytona. Cliff Mullins right here in the number 76 machine. The Solid Rock entry. Sitting here in the 11th position currently. Beautiful Solid Rock looking Chevrolet. One of them coming to pit road. Here comes Crossland to pit road, and it looks like he's having some issues on that 97 machine. He'll slide into his box here on lap number 18. Fuel window tonight, probably looking at maybe 21 laps for a lot of drivers who are towards the back of the field. We'll see here, though, because I believe the pit window, you could come now and make it, call it 4 pit stops here tonight. We'll see if anybody will come down. It will be Poston, though, first one to have the choice if he was going to come to pit road. Out of 4, here they come. Everybody's going to fan out. A couple drivers will stay out. The Reynolds machines will stay out. Looks like Cliff Mullins will stay out. Poston entered into pit road. He took the cone out. That might be a commitment violation. He went off track as he was coming into pit road. Let's take the look back here and see. This is your replay of Poston coming into pit road. Locks him up. And yeah, he didn't have all 4 tires. We'll see if the iRacing officials will give him that or what will happen. You see him in pit road, but these drivers all stay out here during this pit cycle. That is Hunter Reynolds, Jimmy Reynolds, Cliff Mullins, Cole Day, Donald Bennett, Cody Levitt, Jamie Leach, Hagedorn, Atkins, Griffith, Pugh, Millen all stay out. As they stay out, and now they're all going to come to pit road right here. So everybody, this will be everybody that has come to pit road now. Reynolds, Hunter and Jimmy and Mullins and Leach and the whole gang come on down. And there's Russ Hancock, though, out of that first group of cars that came to pit road. He will be the first one coming back out. Where is everybody else? Look at it. Huge gap, called about 2 tractor-trailer lengths between the 19 and the 85 of Zach Howell. There's Crossland. He is right there also. So this whole group is pretty spread out. It looks like Reynolds is down and away. That is Hunter Reynolds. Jimmy Reynolds will come out there second. Then it's Cole Day, Cody Levitt, Jared Hagedorn, Donald Bennett. They all come out. That's the 24 of Jordan Smith. He is a couple laps down still on our timing and scoring. 4 laps down. Reynolds still has the top spot, but where is that fast group approaching? There's the number 19 of Russ Hancock, and Martha White herself is starting to close in. That's Zach Howell there in that blue, red, white, and black machine. There you see them with the head of steam. Everybody's going to have to try and bob and weave here as they're 3 wide. That's Jared Hagler down on the bottom of the Speedway. He is just coming out of pit road with his number 2. Everybody splits. It's still Reynolds, though. He is out front here by a little over a second over Jimmy, and then it's Cole Day. Cole Day's got some help back here, though. There's the 24. That's Jordan Smith, and the 38, the Las Vegas kid of Cody Levitt, and then it's the Tennessee Martha White's entry. Brandon Massey's right there in a brand new VIP graphics entry, the number 65 out of Ironton, Ohio. They will peek to the outside with the big momentum run that they have coming at the race leaders. Cole Day goes up with Jordan Smith. Looks like Cody Levitt kind of stuck down to the bottom right now. Jordan Smith is going to lead the number 99 of Cole Day to the promised lands, possibly. That's a Raven Graphics paint scheme on the 99 of Cole Day. Cole Day is going to, go down to the bottom. I don't know if that was kind of planned by the team to go down to the bottom. Jordan Smith pulling the 99 across the start-finish line, though. Day will be officially credited with leading a lap here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway. So you got one lap car up in the mix here, and then all your lead lap drivers. This lead lap group right here is about 17 cars strong, because Crossland right now is that final driver who is sitting in the 17th position. That's kind of right here. Then you got three cars that are a little bit farther back. You got Quincy Atkins, Darrell Clark, Tim Combs. They are sitting back here. We'll call it about, a second and a half off the back there of Crossland. I don't know if they quite have the draft. We'll see if they can close in. Then farther back, it's Steve Pugh, Grayson Jason. I believe that's Josiah Millen. That is the East Penn Manufacturing deck of batteries, number 40 of Josiah Millen out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania. Then it's Cliff Mullins right there. Shane Mullins leads this group of Greg O'Berry, Danny Valenzuela, Aaron Davidson, and I believe that is the 83 K1 Graphics Liquid Molly entry of Brandon Feeney. So everybody is spread out through this field now at this point. One car going a lap down. I believe that is the champion of Roy Fernandez. Roy's got some damage on his SimBox number 6. I don't know where that happened for Roy Fernandez. I believe I'm being told this is what happened to Roy Fernandez. Coming to pit road right here. As it looks pretty good there. I didn't see anything on the screen. I'm being told it was a pit road incident, though. Oh, right there. Cody Sleeper, his teammate, checked up to make his box, and Fernandez. Oh, and then Aaron Davidson. Chaos on pit road here. Let's watch it back once again. See if we can find a different angle at this. Watch the 6 of Fernandez coming to pit road. Go over top. Watch it from the top. This is going to give us the best angle of it all from the top side here. Look, coverage tonight brought to us by our friends over at DraftTop.com. Cody Sleeper checks up to make his box. Fernandez checks up. Kohlhaas got lucky there. That was still in the ghost section, but Aaron Davidson nowhere to go as Fernandez tried to make the left turn into his pit stall. That's what happened to our champion in the progression series as we come back live here on lap number 25 to the front of the field. It is Jimmy Reynolds running. Well, it's Reynolds and Reynolds right now actually pushing each other. There you see the 17 of Jimmy and Hunter in the 28 machine. How about Doyle back here? One of them way down there. That's Russ Hancock. He's down on the apron. He's actually going to keep it down there, it looks, or he's going to try to. We'll look at everybody avoid him. He's sideways at his number 19. Russ Hancock is wheeling and dealing down on the apron. Wheeling and dealing for Russ Hancock, the NSRA Super Speedway driver, and he's very slow down the back straightaway. All these cars are going to have to try to avoid him. Currently about 30 miles an hour faster than that group that just blew by him. Out front, Hunter Reynolds. Still leading the way. He's moved up 16 positions since the drop of the green flag here tonight. "26 laps out of our 70-lap event here tonight for the SimSpeedShop 175 for the Salt Flat Racing Cup Series. Martha White still to the outside with Brandon Massey in tow. Then it's Big Country Kohlhaas in his number 29 machine to the outside. Behind them, it is Pat Mejia. You know, little jealous race fans. If you follow Pat Mejia on Facebook, you know he got to go to the Phoenix International Raceway just last week to watch the Cup race, and he got to see Chase Elliott win the championship in the NASCAR Series, NASCAR Cup Series. A little bit jealous of that man right there. Right now, he's having himself a solid run, too. He has moved up 20 positions from where he started. He is now running in the 9th position inside the top 10. Right underneath him currently, sitting in the 10th position. That is the young man, JT Poole. Looking at the Marlins Racing entry, there is some damage on this number 21. To the rear end, that rear bumper is kind of caved in just a little bit. That right rear. I don't know if we have a closer angle from the truck or our camera angles here tonight at the virtual Daytona International Speedway, but there is definitely damage on the right rear of that Marlins Motorsports number 21 Ford Mustang. Where that damage is, though, I don't believe it's going to play any factor in hurting his race tonight. Take a look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You can see all the drivers where they've moved up from here tonight. Zach Hale started on the outside of row number 1. He is now leading this event tonight. The biggest mover currently, it looks like that is the number 7. The Racing Jobs, number 7. The driver out of Spring, Texas. The Ravens Graphics entry of Doyle Lowrance. Sitting there in the 6th position, up 30th. He did have to start shotgun to the field for not taking a qualifying attempt last week in the dual events or turning a lap in the duel, so just started shotgun. But what a better place to start shotgun to the field other than the Daytona International Speedway, where you can really just work your way, pick and choose, draft your way to the front. One of my favorite tracks to start out back. Usually race fans know you're going to catch me riding around out back. Roy Fernandez is still out onto the speedway, the champion who got married after his championship in the Progression Series. Roy went and had himself a wedding, got married, so congratulations to his now wife out there. She has some wonderful socks, I believe. I got a picture the other day in my inbox of. But right now for Fernandez, it is not a good start here tonight as Zach Howell is trying to take Martha White back to the promised land. Couple months back, I was talking with the driver of that 85 right there of Zach Howell out of Tennessee. And he was trying to tell me the backstory of Martha White being on this 85 machine. Never heard of Martha White. I don't know, race fans, if any of you have ever heard of Martha White. It's kind of like a Betty Crocker, but it's a different brand, obviously. Well, Zach went out to the store, got some Martha White's blueberry muffins, and he actually shipped them from Tennessee up here to Pennsylvania. And I will say, race fans, now don't tell him this. They weren't too bad. Martha White's got some good baked goods out there. Let's put it that way. My wife did have to make them for me. I will say that I do keep myself out of the kitchen for the most part. You want to man the grill, though, that's me. I will man the grill, but baking, we'll leave that to the wife. Working lap number 32 here this time by. We will see who will lead this lap. It looks like it will be Zach Howell who will retain the lead with Brandon Massey in that VIP Graphics number 65, the old shed. Pushing him to the promised lands currently. That bottom groove, though, with the 24, he is a lap car. That is Jordan Smith, the young man out of Plano, Texas. He's currently a couple laps down for missing the grid here tonight and then having no drafting help. But he is pulling this train around, trying to minimize the damage that has already been done tonight. There you see the number 22 of Buckley. He's back here running fourth. Right behind him, that's Michael Sturgill. Brendan Crossland right behind him with Quincy Atkins, and it looks like Daryl Clauder is the final driver in this front pack. So it is 19, call it 20 with the lap down car of Jordan Smith. So 20 cars in this front car breakaway. They got about 7 seconds over this group of cars. It's the Rowdy Energy Griffith Stone entry of Racing Jason Griffith Dobbs Jennings for 6. The Vols Nations driver, Josiah Millen right there. The 56 of Pugh is there, and also the 76 of Cliff Mullins. They are running 20th through 23rd. 23rd. 24th is this machine, the number 3 and the 33. That's Shane Mullins, Greg O'Berry, Danny Valenzuela. Russ Hancock is right here along with Aaron Davidson. We saw the issues that Aaron Davidson had on pit road with Roy Fernandez. The right side of this VIP graphics and designs entry has been flattened. But I think as long as he stays in the draft, he should be all right. The 83 of Brandon Feeney is right here also in this group. Hunter Reynolds, your race leader. That's what the view looks like behind him. Should be coming up on about round 2 of our green flag pit cycles here tonight. Looks like some of them actually are coming to pit road right here. Crossland, Combs, Cliff Mullins, all to pit road. Todd Poston that you actually see right there, who is running in this lead pack. He is the 4th car on that inside lane. He is actually 1 lap down. He did get held by the iRacing officials for too fast entering pit road and an unsafe entrance to pit road. So he got held for about 50 seconds in his pit stall. So that's what puts him way behind the 8 ball. Here comes the number 15 of Peyton Johnson. Johnson will come to pit road. Cole Haas, here comes. It looks like Pat Mejia also. Zach Howe, Brandon Massey. Here comes Josh Buckley, Quincy Atkins, Daryl Clauder also. All coming to pit road. Millen's going to lock it up. He's going to hit the commitment cone. Poston did that, and then Millen's going to smack the inside wall. Josiah Millen entering pit road 2 hot. Let's go back and look at this. 40 Millen locks up the front brakes, locks up the tires. Into the inside wall he goes, then on pit road. Driver of that number 40. Here comes the Reynolds Racing Stables group. Hunter to the bottom. Jimmy up top, and they come in real nice and easy. They got the 31 of Poston behind them, and then it's JT Poole, Michael Sturgill, Doyle Lawrence also right there. Lowrance had the first pit stall on pit road, and it looks like it's going to be fuel only for the RacingJobs.com Raven Graphics machine. Doyle will get right back out there. He's going to come out right behind it. Looks like JT Poole. See if they can work together. There goes Michael Sturgill also. There's one group of cars that has stayed out so far, and it looks like it's just 4 of them. It's Cody Levitt, Cole Day, Donald Bennett, and Jared Hagedorn. They have yet to come to pit road. Will they come this time? It does look like they will now dive it down here onto pit road. Cole Day a little sideways entering pit road, but he'll get it woed up. They're going to bring the 24 of Jordan Smith along with them also. So there it is. 5 drivers now coming to pit road here together. Greg O'Berry with a very long stop on pit road. He got one of those too fast entering. The police are out in force here tonight, and they are busting them left and right. Josiah Millen, too fast entering. Zach Howe. There you see the Martha White entry, who had himself a very fast Chevrolet here in the early stages of this one. Zach Howe now being shown back way into the 28th position on the timing and scoring. That is not good for the driver out of Tennessee. A couple other drivers cycle through the field here. We talked about Josiah Millen. He is also on that list. You saw him hit the inside wall. His deck of batteries machine is pretty tore up. Tim Combs, also one of those drivers that have received a too fast entering pit road. The driver out of Holland, Ohio. Looks like Doug Neal is down on pit road, and it looks like he also just got busted for too fast. So the SimBox driver, the owner-operator of SimBox, Doug Neal. Anybody looking for a button box, make sure you head on over to SimBox. on Facebook. That's SimBox PC on Facebook. But it's Jimmy Reynolds leading here tonight at Daytona. Hunter Reynolds, JT Poole, Michael Sturgill, Doyle Lowrance, Ira Kohlhaas, Brandon Massey, Cole Day, Pat Mejia, Cody Levitt, your top 10 drivers. It's a bit of a breakaway, though. Call it. The top 5 have broken away from this group back here, which is being led by Ira Kohlhaas and Brandon Massey. Then it's Cole Day, Cody Levitt. They're currently sitting about a second and a half off the back of that front group. We'll see if they're going to be able to close the gap. They're starting to chip away at it very slowly. They got more cars than the front group that's out in front of them. There you see the front group as they come back across the start-finish line. It's Reynolds and Reynolds, Poole, Sturgill, Lowrance. Right now, your top 5 drivers right there. They also got the lap-down car. That is the 85 of Zach Howell. Zach Howell right now, though, is in that lucky dog position as Brandon Feeney is on the outside of the Speedway here, the Canadian driver. Races in the Canadian Legends Series. So Feeney has stayed to the high side with K1 Graphics Liquid Moly entry. As we're just past the halfway point here tonight in the SimSpeedShop 175 here for the season opener for the SimBox Cup Series presented by Salt Flat Racing. Race fans, at this point, we got to thank you all for tuning in here tonight, whether you're watching over on Facebook Live or you're right here on our YouTube channel. We also got to give a big hats off, round of applause, race fans. We are missing one driver through the field here tonight who put a lot of work in behind the scenes, and unfortunately, I don't want to really say unfortunately. I mean, he's thinking unfortunately, but race fans, you and I are all thinking we are thankful for Michael Bromley, as you see him checking in out there on YouTube. Michael Bromley got deployed, restationed for a couple of months. I believe he'll be away 6 months serving the country. So we have to take our hats off, and we salute you, my friend, and we will be racing in your name all season long, thinking about you as you are gone. As you see, the battle here, though, for the race lead is starting to pick up. Remember, we were just talking about a second and a half distance between Ira Kohlhaas and this front pack. Well, Brandon Massey in the VIP Graphics number 65 has pushed Big Country Kohlhaas to the front of this field. Will they be able to make the pass? There goes Lowrance. He will go to the outside, and his number 7. He's going to try and tag along with that 2-car tandem. He saw how well it worked for Kohlhaas and Massey, as they will now make it 3 wide, splitting the Rays Energy Drink 04 driver out of Utah. That is Danny Valenzuela. Danny looks like he's a little down on power, possibly some front nose damage on that Toyota. It's a Toyota, so what did we expect? So Valenzuela right now back into the 27th position. The pit window for these machines here, after we have already had 2 green flag pit cycles, looks like it might open in about 10 laps. If we can make it 10 more laps here for some of these drivers, they might not have to pit again this evening. As you're watching the battle for the race lead, that you see the ISRA driver there, Big Country Kohlhaas to the outside in his green and black Chevrolet, trying to lead his first laps tonight. Could it be this time? Reynolds and Reynolds pushing at it, though. It will be Big Country leading a lap here. Our 7th race leader of the evening at the stripe. We have had 29 lead changes, but we've only had 7 leaders at the start-finish line. Jamie Leach in the Great Lakes Brewing, number 13, out of Ohio right now. Part of the Deeper Darker Dew stables. He is running into the 31st position. He's one of those drivers that got popped and then was kind of left behind. He's 1 lap down. Now he'll go 2 laps down to the race leaders as they all work to the inside groove of the Great Lakes Brewing 13. There's Peyton Johnson coming back to the front of the field here tonight. Peyton out of Virginia. Race fans, during the off-season here, we had a little bit of a video contest between some of these drivers. Peyton Johnson was one of the drivers that submitted a video, along with, it was the champ, Roy Fernandez. Those two drivers right now are in a battle to see which driver has the best intro walk-in video to their sim rigs. We're getting those doctored up, and we're going to post them to the Facebook page to see which driver and his peer, or which driver has the better video according to their peers. Look for those on the Salt Flat Racing page to be posted here in the next couple of days, and we can vote on that. I can tell you, race fans, they are all PG, but they are definitely out there. They are probably two of the most out there drivers on the Salt Flat Racing circuit. And when I say out there, race fans, I mean they are out there. They're left field as we're all playing in right field. Reynolds still continuing to lead the inside lane with, that's Jimmy and Hunter Reynolds down there. Those two Fords. Got two Chevrolets, three Chevrolets to the outside, but it will be the Ford duo once again at the line. Everybody has made 2 green flag pit stops here tonight. One driver has made an extra stop, and that is the driver of the 88 of Tim Combs. 23 laps to go, and these drivers need to make it about, 4 more laps before they would be able to make it all the way on the fuel that they could pack into these Cup machines. Remember, they can only go about 20, possibly, if you're really gonna really stretch it, you might be able to hit 21 laps. So it'll be 22 laps to go at the line. You're looking at 13 cars. There's the 13th place machine. A couple lap cars sprinkled in the mix here. That's Pat Mejia. Donald Bennett's right ahead of him with Cody Levitt and Cole Day. Josh Buckley, Sturgill in 8th. That second group back here, that's Jared Hagedorn and Jordan Smith. Daryl Clauter's out here running around with Brandon Cross, and they are running 15th and 16th on our timing and scoring. And then you got a bigger pack back here. Looks like Griffith, Atkins, Hancock, Mullins, Pugh, Davidson, all in this group. See the 2 team cars there, the 98 and the 75 machine. Rowdy Energy, Griffith Stone on the side of their cars. Remember how we talked about Todd Poston having himself a good night? Well, that car is beaten and banged. I don't know what happened to the zombie machine. But I can tell you up here, these guys are just kind of playing the hot potato right now with you take the lead, I'll take the lead, you take the lead, I'll take the lead. Back and forth, but at the stripe, it'll be Jimmy Reynolds. Reynolds has to lead 7 more laps now here tonight to clinch the most laps led this evening here in the season opener for the SimSpeedShop 175 here at the Daytona International Speedway, which is 20 laps to go. 20 laps to go, and you're looking at the front pack. 26 drivers did take the green flag here tonight. Still have 36. 36 drivers took the green flag. And all 36 cars still out there running on the speedway. Looks like that outside lane has started to deteriorate with Ira Kohlhaas and Brandon Massey. Massey finds himself a hole on the bottom. I think that's going to be playing an indication here that these machines will be coming to pit road within the next lap to 2 laps. As you see Kohlhaas get down behind the number 7 of Lowrance. Only driver stuck to the outside now is Peyton Johnson, and that's a lonely feeling. Peyton called me up the other day via Facebook Messenger, gave me a call, said, "Muth, I just got home and you won't believe it." I said, "You're probably right, Peyton. I don't believe a whole heck of a lot, but what do you got for me?" He says, "Kool-Aid's gone." And I just shook my head, race fans. If you know Peyton Johnson, you know he has the love of Kool-Aid. And when Kool-Aid goes missing, Johnson gets upset. So he got home from a hard day, away from his socially confined home, and there was no Kool-Aid. Crosland is on the pit road here in the 97. It'll be his final pit stop of the evening. Comes sliding in, locks the rear brakes up, and looks like he will hit his pit stall. So 18 laps to go. Jimmy Reynolds, Hunter Reynolds, Doyle Lowrance. Right now, you're 1 through 3 as they will go by pit road. They will stay out. Crosland still the only driver to make his final pit stop of the evening. You see the 88 of Tim Combs. He'll stay to the outside. Couple laps down here, the 26-year-old out of Holland, Ohio. The Budweiser entry here tonight. He was hoping that putting Budweiser on the side of the car, he would race like Dale Earnhardt Jr. Tonight, though, he's racing more like, well, I was going to say Peyton Johnson, but Peyton's having himself a pretty good run. Will any of the drivers come to pit road this time? Looks like here comes Brandon Massey, Peyton Johnson, Ira Kohlhaas, number 22 of Josh Buckley, Martha White entry of Zach Howell. He will come to pit road also. Good execution there by all those drivers. Some of them were up in the front pack there. Some of them were coming from behind, and some of them actually were about to get a lap, so they all were able to work together, come to pit road with just 16 laps to go. That kind of breaks up the momentum that this front group had. Couple more drivers coming to pit road. Here's even more. One of them going to go way down. That's going to be the 76 of Mullins, passing the 75, the 19, the 98. Cliff Mullins in a hurry, and he was getting there quick. This is the money stop, though. Oh, Dobbs is going to blow by it. Dobbs blows by his pit stall. He'll have to back it up and shoot it down in. The Tennessee volunteer driver, I'm sure right now he is screaming at himself, but he's not the only one. Cody Sleeper also backing up on pit road. Cody Sleeper is facing the wrong direction currently. He'll have to take the toad back to pit road. Jared Hagedorn assumes the race lead, but he has yet to pit. Jared Hagedorn has the driver of the 24, Jordan Smith, right there. Jordan Smith has already been to pit road, I believe. So Hagedorn playing the long run game here, being pushed by one of his friends. Here on iRacing, it's a community. Everybody's friends. So it's Hagedorn who's yet to come to pit road. Now he will come to pit road. Hagedorn coming to pit road. The driver of the 24 coming to pit road. It'll be his money stop. Then that should turn the race lead over to these two Fords. Hunter Reynolds, JT Poole are out in front with 14 to go. It'll be 13 laps, I believe, when they come to the start-finish line here. But they got a whole gaggle of cars. Jimmy Reynolds, Cody Levitt, Cole Day. Lowrance is back here. Massey, Sturgill, everybody back here. 14 laps to go. And everybody is still in this battle. They are 3 wide. Doyle up the gut here. The 65 of Massey is to the outside groove. There's the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. The 65 of Massey will duck back in line behind that RacingJobs.com entry. And they will now try to run down your front leaders. Doyle going to go from the outside down to the inside lane here. He's going to get right in front of that number 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. That'll put the two teammates, the drivers that started on Forza Motorsports together before making the transition to iRacing. Big Country Kohlhaas now returning the favor, trying to push the VIP graphics number 65 back to the front. It's Hunter Reynolds, JT Poole. They also have the Racing Jason 98 right behind him. So we call it about 3 cars here currently. 4 cars there if you count the number 30 of Poston. There's that big group of cars, though. I can tell you they chunked off about a half a second just last time by off that race lead of Hunter Reynolds and JT Poole. Little swerving action, swerving Irvin there for Ira Kohlhaas. Two and a half second gap, though, between this pack and your race leaders. 12 laps to go. in the season opener for the SimBox Cup Series presented by Salt Flat Racing right here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway for the SimSpeedShop 175. Getting closer to the pay window opening. Still a long race to go. Looks like two drivers currently out of the event. It looks like Aaron Davidson and Jordan Smith has retired from this event. Our pit reporters telling us that we talked about Todd Poston a handful of laps ago. He was actually on pit road and got spun by a car exiting pit road. And pit road tonight has been a very dangerous place for a lot of these machines. You can tell this pack is coming. Remember, it was 3 seconds and it was 2.5 seconds. Now it's under 1.5 seconds. Brandon Massey has been separated from Ira Kohlhaas. They've shuffled Kohlhaas to the outside group, and there is nobody up there. Martha White is up there, and I believe that is the Crossland. 97 is up there. But they have gone single file. They're now under 1 second here. Draft top onboard camera with Brandon Massey. You can see the race leaders just right there. Dobbs is right in front of Massey, and then it's the two race leaders. Dobbs will go high. He wants nothing to do with the outcome of this race. Gentleman move there by Dobbs as he moved that Griffith Stone entry to the outside lane. There you see it with 9 laps to go. We have a race fans, for the lead here. Who will win the first race of the season? You got 3 Fords right now inside the top 5. Surrounded by Chevrolets. 1 Toyota driver on the lead lap, and that is Michael Sturgill. He's right there in the number 90 entry. Cody Levitt right there also, the 38. The driver out of Las Vegas having the Vegas Knights, the Vegas Strong 38. Sitting there in 5th. It's got Josh Buckley, the DraftTop.com, number 22 entry, sitting right back there also. One of them is sideways. Michael Sturgill out of shape in his 90 car. Everybody going to the apron to avoid him. He was sideways. Cole Day also sideways in the Bass Pro Shop. Crossland is sideways, trying to hang on to it down to the bottom. Everybody's going to be able to hang onto the machine as sideways. Bump drafting in the tri-oval. Got everybody a little bit squirrely, a little bit out of shape. That mixes everything up here. 8 laps to go with still Reynolds, JT Poole, Cody Levitt, Josh Buckley, Doyle Lowrance right there, and Brandon Massey. Your top 6 drivers. Jimmy Reynolds is 7th, Ira Kohlhaas is 8th. Donald Bennett is 9th, and Pat Mejia is sitting back there running into the 10th position. Lap down cars will become a factor now at this point as you see the 77. That's the SimBox entry of Doug Neal. There you see the 26 of Darrell Plauder, the number 3 there. I believe that is Shane Mullins. And then the 71 SimBox entry of Nathan Maurer. Maurer is running into the 19th position, so we have 18 cars left on the lead lap here tonight with 7 laps to go. 7 laps to go here. Who will win it? Who do you think, race fans? Will it be one of the Reynolds? Will it be even a Ford that wins the season opener here at Daytona? We are 6 laps away from finding out. JT Poole has been a very, we'll call him good teammate, manufacturer teammate, as he has just sat there pushing Hunter Reynolds. He has not tried to pass him once since they've got lined up together. Question being, though, Cody Levitt, the wild card right behind them. And then you got that outside group now forming up once again. Brandon Massey out there. Martha White is out there. The 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. And I believe that is the green machine there. That is the 29 of Ira Kohlhaas. It'll be 5 laps to go when they come back here to the start-finish line, as it will be the high five from the flagman for Hunter Reynolds. Just 5 more laps of racing here tonight in the season opener, presented by SimSpeedShop. Here comes that outside group coming back once again. Brandon Massey is on that outside. He has barely left that outside lane all night long, other than maybe to leapfrog a car or two. Four laps to go. Brandon Massey leading this field here tonight. Now that lap down car, the 85 of Martha White. That's Zach Howell behind the wheel of that Chevrolet. He's leading the outside charge right now. Looks like the outside lane has started to deteriorate just a little bit. Looked like JT Poole was thinking about going to the outside, seeing if he could get a little help there from Zach Howell. Outside lane has deteriorated. That's Jimmy Reynolds that is stuck to the outside behind Zach Howell right now. It is all Brandon Massey. There's Tim Combs. Combs will stay to the outside with just coming to get 3 laps to go this time by. Will Brandon Massey win the season opener? Hunter Reynolds, JT Poole, Cody Levitt, Josh Buckley. Also all right there. 3 to go. Brandon Massey leaving a little bit of a hole down to the bottom, trying to throw a little bit of a block if anybody goes to the outside groove. Cody Levitt looked to the outside. Nobody wanted to go. Looks like now everybody has left that 83 or 84 machine stuck to the outside all by himself. That's actually the 85 machine of Zach Howell. So everybody goes single file here. When is the time to go? Because the popsicle sticks are flying here tonight, race fans. It is 2 laps to go tonight in the SimSpeedShop. 175 here at the Daytona International Speedway. Brandon Massey, 5 miles. 5 miles to go. Cody Levitt goes to the outside. Ira Kohlhaas is going to come up there. Here comes JT Poole. He's looking to go to the outside. Will Cody Levitt push JT Poole? He will. So with 2 laps to go, Massey's going to have some competition to the outside groove. Hunter Reynolds is right there. Does Reynolds duck to the outside as they come out of turn 4? It will be 1 lap to go, presented by SimSpeedShop here at Daytona. 2.5 miles of racing in the season opener for the SimBox Cup Series with Salt Flat Racing. This race will officially end at 175 miles tonight. Brandon Massey has led the last 6 miles. Can he lead the last 2.5 miles? Cody Levitt with a huge shot to the back bumper of the 21 of JT Poole. Final time into turn number 3. Look at them all. They are all stacked up. Side by side, they will come out of turn 4 for the final time. 3 wide racing. Who will it be at the line? Brandon Massey will win the season opener here at Daytona. It is Brandon Massey, JT Poole, Hunter Reynolds, 1, 2, and 3. Cody Levitt, 4th. Ira Kohlhaas, 5th. Josh Buckley, 6th. Jimmy Reynolds, 7th. Doyle Lowrance going to bring home the Raven Graphics entry in 8th. 9th to Donald Bennett. Michael Sturgill going to come home 10th. 11th to Cole Day. 12th to Pat Mejia. Peyton Johnson finishes 13th. 14th to Cliff Mullins. Quincy Atkins will finish in the 15th position as these guys all squirreled across the line. Jared Hagedorn 16th. 17th to Russ Hancock. 18th to Steve Pugh. 19th to Nate Maurer, and Zach Howell rounds out the top 20, but it is Brandon Massey, the winner here tonight. He will go ahead and burn them down on the front straightaway here tonight. Driver out of Ironton, Ohio, winning the season opener. I'm sure his dad, Jerry, right now is out there celebrating along with Brandon Massey. Massey no longer needs the tires, no longer needs the motor in this VIP Graphics and Designs number 65. He can go ahead and burn them down, let them blow up, young man. He wins tonight here at Daytona. Ira Kohlhaas' teammate going to come give him a little bit of love right there. So while they do some celebrating, race fans, we're going to step away, and we will be back here at the Daytona International Speedway with your post-race show brought to us by DraftTop.com. Welcome back here, race fans, to the Daytona International Speedway for the SimSpeedShop 175 tonight here at the Daytona International Speedway for the season opener for the SimBox Salt Flat Racing Cup Series. We have completed all 70 laps under the green flag conditions, and we officially have our unofficial results on the left-hand side of your screen. Find where your favorite driver has finished here tonight in the season opener as we go down trackside here for our DraftTop.com post-race show. We are in victory lane here tonight with the man of the 65 of Brandon Massey. Massey, you win the season opener here in style. A brand new paint scheme out of the VIP Graphics and Design stable, and you park it in victory lane.
Yeah, Roger, how about that one for the good guys, man? I'm freaking pumped. I'm so excited. I felt like that we gave a championship away last year, and to be able to come out here and do what we did with the help of several drivers. We'll get to that, but man, I'm just excited for all the guys, the VIP graphic and design crew, the old shed crew. Man, we're just pumped. We're pumped. How about that? Freaking Daytona winners, baby.
Yeah, it's always good when you can come here to the Daytona International Speedway and park it in victory lane. Tonight, coming into Daytona, you had a couple teammates through this field. Was there any strategy that you guys talked about? Because you already knew where everybody was going to line up before we hit the track here tonight, set last week for the Draft Top Duels. Was there any strategy talk, though, leading up to this?
No, there wasn't no strategy for me. I didn't even call my teammate Ira or any other guys. The only person I talked to was Dad. And I told Dad, I said, I watched in those duels, man. There were several teams trying to work together and just couldn't get it done. I said, I'm going to go out and I'm going to run my race, and I'm going to do exactly how I want to do it. And they're late. Ira got up there, and me and him finally hooked up. Probably one of the best two-car tandems that there probably is on the racetrack. And so there wasn't no strategy. We didn't plan anything. We went out and manipulated the draft as best as we could in the cars around us, and we helped out cars early, but cars helped us out late. So, and here we are. We parked her in victory lane, and we're going home Daytona winners.
So now you're going to leave Daytona with the championship lead. How do you maintain this now through the next, I believe it is 12 weeks of this season, to possibly win the first ever championship here on Tuesday night for the Cup Series?
Just not do what we did last year and give it away. I mean, if you look at the course of the races that we had last year, we didn't have a good stint in the trucks when we was in those, a couple races in the ARCA cars, and we just dug ourselves a hole. The key is going to be consistent, finish clean, and finish somewhere within the top 5, and don't let guys gain too many points on us. And so after last year, it was a learning lesson, and we learned. We only missed out the championship by 7 points with 1 win. The guys that finished in front of us had multiple wins, 4 or 5 or better, I think. And so we just got to be consistent and just not give the thing away and have solid runs and bring it home in one piece.
Well, you didn't give it away here tonight, Brandon, as you're standing, or, well, I guess maybe you're standing. I don't know. I can't see you. Virtually, anyway. Virtually, we're saying you're standing up, pumped up. Who do you got to thank, though, that made this all possible here tonight at Daytona?
First and foremost, Roger, I want to thank the good Lord above. Without him, we couldn't do what we do. I want to give a shout out to my wife, one of my biggest supporters. I love you, doll. Thank you for everything. My mom and dad, thank you, Dad. Dad done texted me, and he said that's some damn good driving right there. So thank you, Dad. Thank you, Mom. I love you both. My kiddos, all my sponsors. Shout out to VIP Graphic Designs, The Old Shed, Podium Esports, my teammates, Big Ira, Big Country, Ira Cole Hoss, Aaron Davidson, Zach Howell helped me out, Hunter Reynolds helped me out there late. Thank you, guys, man. We much appreciate it, and we'll see y'all next week.
Well, there you heard it from your winner here tonight. Brandon Massey rallies back with a big push from Ira Kohlhaas to get to the front, and he was able to hang on to the race lead to come across the line first tonight in the SimSpeedShop 175. Brandon Massey will officially leave the Daytona International Speedway here tonight as your championship, well, leader. Finishing second here tonight, just in tow, is going to go to the young man right here, the driver of the number 21, the Marlins Motorsports entry, JT Poole. You may have been the underdog that nobody knew coming into the night, but you were able to have yourself still a very strong finish and podium in your first race.
Yes, sir. We had a great car, had some great teammates over there at SimBox Motorsports. Me and those guys, we were working together all the way from the duels into tonight. Like, sadly, they got some penalties that separated us, and it was just me at the end. And then I had some help from my lap down teammate Zach Howell, who was there for a little bit, but then he fell back behind and lost the field.
Now, a lot of times people talk when they come to like Daytona or Talladega, they say everything is pretty much, you know, a roll of the dice. You know, it's a pendulum. It can swing one way or the other. Tonight, were you looking forward to racing here at Daytona?
I was pumped for coming here. This is probably my favorite track on the system. I feel like I think this is my favorite track and my best track. I feel like I'm always there at the end, and in the chance to win like it was tonight. Sadly, we weren't the ones in victory lane, but we came up second, and that's big for points.
That's the best way you're going to be able to look at it, is points racing, because this is going to be a long season, and yourself, you know, not having, I'm going to say maybe not a lot of drivers at least knowing the name of JT Poole behind the wheel. So you're going to need a lot of points this season, because this isn't the only time we're going to head to these big, call them Super Speedway restrictor plate tracks this season. Are you looking forward to going to a lot of these 1.5 to 2 mile per se speedways?
Yes, sir. I love the 1.5 miles. People hate on them for being cookie cutters, but I think they're all unique in their own way. They're all different. They all have different lines. They're all super fast, and I can't wait to go there.
Well, JT, I can tell you really, you're talking fast. You want to go have some fun yet here tonight, my friend? Well, who makes it all possible on this 21 crew?
Yeah, I want to thank Donald Bennett, Doug Neal, SimBox, all those guys for putting this league on, you for broadcasting this so my family can watch, my dad for watching me and being my little crew chief. Everybody that puts this on, everybody that contributes to this league, I thank those guys.
Well, there you heard it from the young man out of Missouri. It's going to be JT Poole making the podium here tonight as he finishes in that second position. Congratulations to JT. That means there's one driver left, and Hunter, you disappoint me tonight, my friend.
You know, I disappoint myself, so it's good.
Well, I'm only kidding. Congratulations on a top 3 finish here tonight at Daytona. You ran second for a lot of this race. You also ran there with your dad, and you guys had a pretty good duo. Unfortunately, towards the end of this one, you guys got separated, and you just couldn't get linked back up.
Yeah, so all the pit stops we hit were perfect, and for the most part, except for the last one, we were hooked up together, led some laps, and you know, working with my dad, Field Sim Racing, and yeah, unfortunately, we did get separated there at the end, but I was able to keep this 28 Ford Mustang up front, and you know, didn't get the win, but got a 3rd place. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, a couple seasons ago, you were, well, we're gonna say it, Hunter. You were the bridesmaid, so you finished 1 position back. That's kind of what the inside joke there is for all the race fans tuning in here tonight, watching us. You know, you come into this season, you start here at Daytona. It's probably one of the tracks that you know the best. You probably have more laps at Daytona than, I'm gonna say, over half this field combined. Did you feel like you had an advantage coming into tonight?
Yeah, I probably, yeah, I have more laps than I honestly want to know on Daytona and Talladega. I love these tracks, super speedways, but, you know, I felt good. I don't know that I had an advantage because I knew all these guys were good. They can hold their lines and push, so, but I definitely felt confident coming into the night, and unfortunately we had a, mistake there at the end of the duels, put us in the back for this thing, but I was able to get up front quick and, keep it there and stay in front of the wrecks. That was the whole goal.
Yeah, no wrecks coming tonight as everybody, it looked like all the damage that was done out there, all the chaos, kind of happened on pit road, so the green flag stayed flying all night long here at Daytona. Hunter, you're not just a super speedway driver, though. This third place finish, can you carry the momentum on to, I believe, I don't have the schedule in front of me, I know I'm terrible, right? But we're going to head to a 1.5 miles here sooner or later. What's your confidence level going from these big tracks that you know so well onto 1.5 miles?
Yeah, I believe we're going to Las Vegas next week, don't quote me, but it probably goes down about 10%, but I'm still pretty confident at these tracks, and these guys are a good group of race drivers, and it's definitely going to be a challenge, and we have to put in some laps this week, but I feel like we got a good chance. This my team keeps putting together good cars for me, and I can put it where I want to, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Well, Hunter, congratulations on the podium finish here tonight at the Daytona International Speedway. Is there anyone you got to give a huge shout out to tonight?
Yes, sir. Shout out to Fuel Sim Racing. My dad running with me tonight and the rest of the season. Shout out to JT for pushing me there at the end before the pack caught us. Special thanks to all the league admins, Roger in the booth, turn 3, and special thanks to everybody watching. We appreciate you.
Well, there you heard it from your third place finisher here tonight, Hunter Reynolds. Usually the bridesmaid tonight. Not the bridesmaid. He will finish P number 3. That was your drafttop.com post-race top 3 interviews here tonight from the Daytona International Speedway. Race fans, what a race. What a way to open up the season. None other than right here at Daytona. Brandon Massey, he's still celebrating, race fans. Look at him. Look at him. He's right there. He's still celebrating. He's your winner tonight. He's just down there having a good old time. He's going to let him go until she can't go no more, I bet. But a great race here tonight. 70 laps was the distance. 70 laps of green flag racing is what we saw here tonight in the SimSpeedShop 175. And guys, I can't wait to do it again just next week. We do head to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. You know, the Daytona International Speedway may have been the true super speedway test to start the season, but Las Vegas, race fans, is a huge track, and it is going to race just like this for about 20 to 22 laps before the good wears off these Goodyear Racing Eagle tires, and then maybe we'll see a couple drivers start to slip and slide out there in Las Vegas. But until we catch you out there in the desert, Brandon Massey is going to go ahead and he's just going to celebrate right on until next week. So congratulations to Brandon Massey, JT Poole, Hunter Reynolds for finishing on the podium. Cody Levitt finishes 4th. 5th goes to Big Country Cole Haas. Race fans, we hope you enjoyed tonight's show here from the Daytona International Speedway. It was brought to us by our friends over at SimSpeedShop. You can catch all the Salt Flat Racing action over on their website over there at saltflatracingleague.com, or head on over to facebook.com and check out all the racing action over there. We also got to thank Doug Neal and the guys over at SimBox for coming on board this season to sponsor the Cup Series here for Salt Flat Racing. So for everybody at Salt Flat, SimSpeedShop, SimBox, all of us here at Turn 3, we hope you all stay safe, and we can't wait to see you at the races.